What is up, everyone? And guys, the Chicago Bulls lost to the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Chicago Bulls scored 92 points, and the Cleveland Cavaliers, they scored 115. So, to me, this was a very, I don't want to say it was a tough loss, because again, you see the Cavs and you think, okay, this is an easy win. Like, okay, this is lunch. But the Cleveland Cavaliers actually have a decent squad. It's not like in the past where you would see like the Cavs or the Charlotte Hornets or the Washington Wizards or the Phoenix Suns, where they were just bad for so long. Those are like easy winnable games. The East is something else now. The West is fierce, and now the East is finally competitive. So like the two squads are now like almost equal at this point. I don't know what's more competitive, the East or the West at this point, but the Bulls lost the game to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Now let's go into Lonzo's stats. So Lonzo was pretty solid today, but it wasn't anything like amazing, right? Again, he should have had, this is another game he had the opportunity to have a double-double or a triple-double, but again, when he passed to his teammates, they weren't making shots. Now 7 assists is no joke, but again, this was a game where he could have had like a triple-double. And, you know, Lonzo Ball, he went 6 for 12 from the field goal, 4 for 9 from the three-point range, and the rest of the team was 29 for 72 field goal percentage and 3 for 17 from the three-point. 3 for 17. So Lonzo was 4 for 9 from the three-point range, and the rest of the squad, the bench, the starting unit, was 3 for 17. Now, Lonzo had 5 turnovers, and that was partly due to like miscommunication. But, yo, the Bulls just they had no answer for the size of the Cavs. Like, listen, playing small works when it works, but when it doesn't work bad. Like, and with the Cavs, you got like multiple players over 6'11", from the starting unit, from the bench unit. Like, their size bothered the Bulls, and the Bulls could not penetrate into, like, every time Zach LaVine was double teamed, Vooch did not have it going like at all. Now Vooch was still passing the ball. Vooch still had like 12 rebounds, but man, it was crazy. And our bench did not get a single point until the fourth quarter. Let me say that again. The bench just went scoreless for the first 3 quarters and did not get a single point until it was garbage time in the fourth quarter. So you got to take it for what it is. Now, we had 5 people out. We don't have Alex Caruso due to a hamstring injury. We don't have Patrick Williams due to a wrist injury. We don't have DeMar DeRozan due to health protocols. We do not have Devontae Green due to health protocols. And even Thomas Satoransky, we don't have due to health protocols. Like, there's just multiple rotational pieces out. But I don't even want to use that as like a main excuse for this game. You want to know why? Because the whole NBA is going through that. Multiple teams, if you go to multiple teams, they're dealing with multiple injuries, multiple stars or rotational pieces are out, or multiple players have got the virus, so this is just a growing pain. I seen the Bulls versus the Cavs. I thought this was a winnable game, and one thing I've noticed with the Bulls is they win against tough competition, quote unquote, but teams that you would think they would beat, they lose to. So again, we can beat the Nuggets, we can beat the Nets, we can beat the Knicks, we can beat the Jazz, we can beat like these deep playoff teams, right? We can beat the Clippers, but like below 500 teams, we lose to like the Rockets. Now we lost to the Pacers. Now we're losing to the Cavs. Winnable games, very winnable games, but the Bulls had no answer for the Cavs' taller lineup, not at all. So again, this was a tough loss, but again, what can you do? You have to work with the roster you have and push forward, and hopefully the Bulls can do something with this lineup, because you seem to work against the Nuggets, but again, it's not enough. I liked how Lonzo was being aggressive. He was still shooting his threes. He was attacking the basket, and he even got to the line. Now, he had 3 steals. He shot 50% from the field goal and 44% from 3. And he played 39 minutes, but it simply wasn't enough. Like, the Bulls could not answer for the Cavs' size. So again, we're missing Alex Caruso in his defense. We're missing DeMar DeRozan for like his offense. So even though because DeMar usually plays with the bench unit, so I think having at least DeMar, we probably would have won this game. Now, I'm not the hugest fan of his play style per se, right? But you have to admit his scoring is there. And again, it's one of those losses the team's going to take. I think we won our last 5 games, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm not taking this loss too hard. I'm not taking it too personal. We literally won the last 5 games. So if we lose a game like this one, there's multiple reasons to lose. multiple players out due to injury or health protocol. Hey, it is what it is. And the Cleveland Cavaliers, it's not like a loss against like the Rockets or the Pacers or whatever. Like the Cavs are a legit good team. They're not below 500. They're above 500. So, and as we're talking right now, they are in the playoffs spot. I think they're like the 7th seed or the 6th seed currently. So it's not like they stink. Like I put them like with the Washington Wizards. They have enough pieces where they're actually good this year, surprisingly. So again, this was a tough loss, but hey, what can you do? Lonzo tried to do his thing. Just going forward, if there can be more communication, if like I want to say Lonzo had a C, but I almost want to give like a B minus, honestly, because again, Lonzo's still getting into his groove. Like, hey, Lonzo, no DeMar DeRozan, we're gonna need you to step up the scoring. Lonzo stepped up the scoring. We really got to talk about Vucevic. Vooch, man. The way Vooch is playing, you might not see Vooch next year. You're not going to see Kobe White next year. You're not going to see Vucevic next year. Like, the way he's playing, like, I don't know if it's because his roles change, but it's like, yo, there's no DeMar DeRozan, so you would have had to pick it up. Like, we need at least a consistent 20 to 25 from Vooch with, but he's just missing, like, if the shots are even from the restricted area, he's missing. Like, we're going to need him to play well if we want to make a playoff push. Like, so Vooch dropping games like this and not showing up, it's not good. And he's having more bad games than good games. So the All-Star voting starts, I think, Christmas Day, December 25th. DeMar DeRozan's going to be in the All-Star game. Zach's going to be in the All-Star game. And Vooch, unfortunately, he's not been playing like an All-Star. Shoot, some nights he's barely playing like an NBA starter. So if Vooch would have picked it up this game, we probably could have won it. If DeMar DeRozan was playing, we could have probably won it. But we won't see these guys until next week. So the Bulls are going to have to find a way to win these next 2 games without your star player in DeMar DeRozan, arguably maybe your best player on the team. And, of course, Alex Caruso, a starter-level player as well that brings all-NBA-type defense, maybe a dark horse for Defensive Player of the Year, and other core rotational pieces. Like, in this game, they tried to get it done, but it wasn't enough. So I give Lonzo between a C to a B minus. Now, if Vooch can never find I don't know why Vucevic can't finish the wide open shots that Zoe sets up for him. I just don't get it. I don't get it. Again, I would probably give Lonzo a higher score than a C. I want to say B minus, but those 5 turnovers due to miscommunications drop it from a B minus to a C, because 19 points, 7 assists, 4 rebounds. And he shot a great percentage too, but those 5 turnovers really, dropped that B minus grade to a C. So again, and the rest of the team didn't play good. 0 points from your bench until the 4th quarter. Not acceptable. I don't know where that's possibly acceptable, but not over here. So the Chicago Bulls, hopefully they can game plan a little better, do what they do, because this team, man, so much potential. And in fact, their next game, they play the Heat on Saturday, and on Tuesday they play the Pistons. Now the Heat are missing some core rotational pieces too due to injury and health protocol, and the Pistons, that should be an easy W. But again, this Bulls team struggles with teams that they're supposed to win against, so I don't know if that Pistons team will be any better. The rest of the team, Zach LaVine played 35 minutes, 23 points, 9 assists, 4 rebounds. It always amazes me how Zach LaVine can get more assists than Lonzo. But again, Zach LaVine has the ball a lot, and he's always double teamed, so I can see why the assists come from him. Derrick Jones Jr., 11 points, 2 rebounds. Hey, he struggled with the size. I mean, it is what it is. He played 28 minutes. And Vooch, 31 minutes, 12 rebounds, 18 points. Vooch is kind of giving you like a Andre Drummond type of game, where the stats are there. Oh, he got a double-double, but it didn't lead to wins. So to me, that's like an empty stat. And Ayo, 34 minutes, 5 points, 3 assists. Hey, Ayo's a rookie, so my expectations for Ayo aren't that deep. And again, the Bulls struggled with the size. The Cleveland Cavaliers are one of the tallest teams in the league, so games like this are gonna happen when you play small. Small ball works sometimes, but when you have a team like the Cavs, it's a horrible matchup. But guys, what do you guys think? Do you guys agree with me? Disagree with me? Let me know in the comments down below. I'm not too mad about this loss again. It is what it is. Our team played, they try to do with what they had, and they just had no answer for the Cleveland Cavaliers size. And when we go against bigger teams, these are things that we're gonna have to look at, watch out for, and make adjustments. However, we're gonna make adjustments. But again, guys, your boy For All to Envy. Hit that like, comment, subscribe. I'm out.